What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the Salt Check Podcast. My name's Bryce, aka Brusta Jablonca, and I'm here with,
Caleb or War Monkey 75.
and it is 1:30 in the morning,
Ooh.
and we just got back from Deadpool and Wolverine, as
Yeah.
you can see.
Thanks, Dr. Trees,
Yeah,
for
Forrest bought it, but he's not in the video
yeah,
because
he's big tired.
yeah.
He cannot think.
But we got the floating head Deadpool popcorn bucket.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Unfortunately, no Wolverines.
Whoops. We did that earlier.
No Wolverines
Wow.
at our AMC, unfortunately, but
Oh
maybe we
well.
can find it some other time, hopefully.
eBay.
Mm,
$300.
nope. But this is our review of Deadpool and Wolverine. We will be doing a spoiler review, or spoiler free review first, and then we will get into spoilers after that. So I will give you multiple warnings before we do spoilers because I am just literally going to upload this directly after recorded pretty much. So what let's do spoiler free first.
Yeah, yeah.
What do you give this out of
Um
10, out of 5, same thing. Someone's big coughing upstairs.
yeah. I mean, out of 5, I think I'm giving it like a 4.5 out of 5.
I'm at a 4 right now. I think I need to watch it again before I really like confirm what score I give it because there's a lot that happened.
There's so much that happens.
But yeah, I'm at a 4 right now. Spoiler free, what can we say about this?
The cameos are awesome.
Yes, there's a handful of cameos to look forward to in this movie. Um, from some pretty good actual story lines in this movie as well.
Yeah.
It's not just a cameo fest like some people might think it is.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, there's great cameos and there's a lot of them, but there's still a pretty great story behind it as well. Um,
If you're a big comic fan, you're gonna love this movie. There's
mm,
so many different oh, oh.
yeah, it's awesome.
It's like I don't even know if that counts as a cameo. It's just they're showing off like different comic books, and you're
Mm.
like, dang.
One thing I still want to do before I go to bed is I want to watch the final trailer that everyone was complaining
Yeah.
about because don't know what they were complaining about because I did not watch it. So
Mm-hmm.
I have a feeling it's the one that's when they first get trapped. I have a feeling it's that one
Probably.
because I feel like, yeah, that's
It's
pretty.
gotta be.
That was probably the biggest, like, oh, that's kind of crazy moment.
Like the villain reveal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, I mean, I recommend go see this,
for
obviously.
sure.
In the theater, go check it out. Go get your Deadpool and Wolverine popcorn bucket. It's awesome. Um, there's a lot of swearing in this movie.
There's so much.
For an MCU movie, it's crazy. Like, it is insane. Like,
But
they had a blast writing the script, I bet. So,
oh yeah.
and there's actually a lot of funny, like, common day things. Like, Deadpool's like, let bro cook and stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that. There's just a
Yeah.
ton of random, like, things that we say nowadays, which is pretty cool. But yeah, for spoiler free, that's all I gotta say, really. I'm sticking with a 4 right now. I want to go see it again. I don't know when, but soon enough, hopefully. And
Yeah, there's not really much to say without spoilers. Like,
no.
it's just go see it. So, at this point in the video, we're going to spoil things.
Yep.
This is your warning.
Giving
We'll
you
give
5 seconds
Yeah, give you a couple seconds to click off the video.
if you don't want to be spoiled.
You have been warned. We're going to talk about spoilers.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay. The reason I'm giving it a 4.5 is because every single fight, I was just so into it. I was like, this is awesome. I was like,
Yeah.
uh, along with Logan, this is like the Wolverine that I wanted. Like the bloody, gory, chopping off arms and legs and killing stuff Wolverine.
Yeah, for
Like
sure.
in the X-Men movies, it was like, well, they didn't really have like maybe the budget, or they didn't want to make it like rated R.
So this is something I mentioned like quite a while ago, kind of, was I retooled my letterbox to lower a lot of things because I think I had made things way higher than they like initially should be.
Yeah.
I'm giving this a 4. I think this is a very, very good 4 though, because when I look at my MCU ranking, the only thing that isn't ranked a 4, like above like everything above a 4 is Infinity War, Civil War, Guardians 1, The Avengers, and then that's it. Literally not even Ragnarok. Ragnarok's a 4 too. So it's just like it's a very high bar for an MCU movie in my opinion. And obviously I need to go rewatch it again, like I've said. I'm very excited to go rewatch it, but I think this is a very high-end MCU movie in my opinion. I think this has easily been the best MCU movie. I mean, obviously we had Guardians 3 last year, which is definitely up there with this one for sure in my opinion. But
Dude, yeah. It's
yeah, it's just great.
especially if you've seen like everything. Definitely like I don't think you need to necessarily watch Loki season 2. I think
No. So
Loki
we
season
binged
1.
Loki season 2 before this just because the TVA was in it.
Mm-hmm.
This is a TVA that you do not see in that season. This is like the stragglers that want to run the TVA.
Yeah, it's like a branch. It's not
Yeah.
the head honcho. I was waiting for like a Mobius.
Yeah, that's where did
Mobius
that come
cameo.
from? Like I thought, cause swore Mobius was supposed to be in this movie, but apparently not.
Oh well.
Um,
But yeah, dude, like a bunch of the huge cameos happened like within seconds of each other, kind of like No Way Home.
damn, good thing I didn't look at Letterbox cast because it
Yeah.
shows
It
everything.
tells you everyone.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
got?
Paradox. I don't, because obviously Cassandra Nova is like the villain, but like I definitely think Paradox is up there as a villain in this movie as well, because he had his whole side plot of like trying to run the TVA himself and
Exactly,
stuff.
yeah.
So that was interesting, I'd say. Should we get to the cameos?
Yeah.
So the first cameo was just literally Happy Hogan talking to Deadpool, which was
Yeah.
like that was awesome.
Let's go.
I was really fucking worried Tony Stark was gonna walk
Me
out,
too. And I was like, please don't.
like, and I get it. They said the timeline was 2018. It might have been like post Endgame. I'm not totally sure because everything behind him clearly showed that was like post Cap, post Iron Man. But I still had a really bad feeling
I
Tony
didn't
Stark.
want to see him.
I didn't either, but I'm just happy it didn't happen.
Yeah.
But
For sure.
the movie starts with Happy Hogan, well, the fight scene and whatnot. But yeah,
That's
so the
very funny.
first cameo is Happy Hogan, which is awesome. Good to see him again. Haven't seen him since No Way Home. So
Yeah. I mean, they show like literally movie clips of Avengers, which is not really a cameo, but
No.
it's also like
they showed a weird like Thor and Deadpool scene, but like never
moves
actually
from the future.
like yeah. So hopefully we can see that again at some point.
Yeah.
And then the first like holy shit cameo was Human Torch, Chris Evans, which
That was
baffled the fuck
awesome.
out of me.
It's like, go ahead, Cap.
Because I was like, there's no way he's going to be Cap because he
Yeah.
didn't have the suit on, but
Yeah.
I was not ready for him to flame on. It was awesome, though.
And Pyro sucked him up.
Yeah, he sucked him fast and he
Uh,
fell.
The only character I knew that was going to be in it was Sabretooth.
Yeah, I also saw that. That got spoiled for me, but it's not that big of a spoiler
Yeah.
either. But yeah, before we go any further, all the Wolverines were funny.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously,
Henry Cavill Wolverine was awesome.
Henry Cavill Wolverine was crazy.
He would have been a pretty good cast.
Yeah, I'm just glad they went with Hugh.
I mean, of course.
Yeah,
But
comic accurate height Wolverine was funny.
yeah, 5'3" Wolverine.
Yeah,
What's that one with the stump
the
hand?
nub. Yeah, the Age of Apocalypse.
That was pretty cool.
Wolverine was sick.
Yeah.
They had the gray suit Wolverine.
Yep.
There's a lot of awesome Wolverines that they
Yeah.
showed, which was like, wow.
This
took-
would happen.
Fox literally spent years giving him a white wife beater T-shirt, and then MCU just showed every comic form of Wolverine in the span of like 10 minutes, pretty much.
Yeah.
So that happened, which was awesome.
That was awesome. Who's next? Was it the
I think it was just all the X-Men villains that this showed back up.
dude Azazel popping up? I was like,
Yeah, and then Wolverine just took care of Sabretooth
Yeah.
instantly, which I
Yeah.
don't really care, honestly.
no.
It's not like they were planning on keeping most of these characters,
Yeah.
which we will get to.
They were all like in the void anyways.
Yeah.
So it was like whatever.
But yeah, that was cool. Obviously, Human Torch was like, that's sick. I have a really
Yeah.
good feeling Human Torch was the person in the trailer. I'd be shocked.
Okay.
I feel like it's either Human Torch or maybe they showed the 4 people that pop up that we'll talk about in a second. I'd be shocked about that too. I'm just glad I didn't watch the trailer because I would have been annoyed as hell.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're not going to walk through the entire movie. Let's just get
No.
to it. But so Chris Evans gets absolutely obliterated by Cassandra because Deadpool blamed him for
Yep.
talking shit about Cassandra, and then the whole post-credit scene was Deadpool like,
Yeah.
Showing
Making it up.
and then Chris Evans was just going ham.
Yeah,
I
he
like,
was.
this
Dude,
is funny
some of
as
the most
fuck.
like vile like things. Dude, I wonder how many times they had to record that.
It was probably so hard to record
Yeah.
that because and it's just like, obviously Chris Evans doesn't just play Cap, but Cap would never say something like that. So
Yeah.
just seeing Cap just go absolutely nuts is just like, that's hilarious. But there's some also great Wolverine Deadpool fight scenes across the entire movie, and
Dude.
just like them fighting
I
against each
ate
other.
it up every
was
single time.
Awesome. The van one was hilarious.
Yes.
Where they were fighting all night, and Deadpool was absolutely bondaged in a seatbelt, and Logan was just sleeping next to him. And then that's when we find out there was other Fox Universe characters down there. Fucking Blade.
Yep. Electra.
Elektra.
There's X-23 in there, but grown up.
And then Gambit,
And
which I'm sure you
Gambit.
were very hyped about.
Dude, yeah, Channing Tatum Gambit. I talked about that when you're like pitch a Marvel show. I was like, I want Channing Tatum Gambit.
Yeah. No, I was so happy they brought X-23 back too.
Yes.
That's so cool.
Yes.
Especially because she was just in that Acolyte show as I don't even know
That
her
one
name.
girl.
Yeah, she's one of the Padawan people, but I was not expecting Blade to be there. Like, that was
Honestly.
a deep pull, because I know, like, I obviously wasn't really a fan of Marvel when those movies were coming out, but like, I know he was like not a great person to deal with in the set. Like, he was always like he was super mad about like something. I'm not totally sure what the whole story of that was.
Yeah.
But I know he didn't, like, Wesley did not want to be Blade. Like,
Wow.
after Blade 2. I'm pretty sure the third one was just like, anytime they were recording, it was just miserable to be with him. So crazy that they got Wesley Snipes to come back as him. But yeah, no, it was awesome to see all those other guys. It would have been awesome to see Magneto, but
Yeah, but he's dead.
yeah,
So
yeah. And then I would have loved to see Daredevil, Punisher, all those guys too.
yeah,
But
they're dead
I
too.
understand. But yeah, so that was awesome, obviously. And then they lead to a big mutant fight down
That
there, which
mutant
was
fight was
awesome.
so good. I'd like ate up the Blade versus Azazel fight because you're like, oh, this makes sense.
Yeah,
Demon versus
no, it was sick.
half vampire slayer. It was like, damn, this is so good.
Yeah, and fucking Wesley was like, I'm gonna be the only Blade, and Deadpool goes, oh, Wesley, they're making Blade next year, buddy.
Yeah,
um,
but oh god,
awesome.
like there was so much to look at. Like I want to watch those fights over and over and
Yeah, me
over.
too. I was really curious where they were going with it at one point when they got the Juggernaut helmet on her and they just kind of let them, like, she kind of let them go, obviously, because they spared her
Yeah,
with the Doctor Strange ring, which was awesome. Which then led to the just Spider-Verse level Deadpool
yeah,
like cameo, like not even cameo, but like any comic Deadpool you can think of was in this movie,
yeah.
which was awesome. I think those obviously like we could have seen something like this coming, but I was not ready for 90 Deadpool to just pop out
No,
of that portal. It was awesome, and they just plowed through all of them. But
that was awesome.
obviously they all had the regen except for Nice Deadpool, which
Yeah,
was sad. It was one of those things where I was like, man, I want Deadpool to take the dog from Nice Pool, and then Nice Pool got absolutely murdered.
and then they got the dog.
Yep,
So,
which is awesome.
um, yeah, it was revealed that Blake Lively is Lady Pool, so that's cool. Like it's not in the movie, but it's in the
Yeah,
credits and on Letterboxd.
yeah. So suck it to everyone that was like thinking Taylor Swift was gonna be in this movie or some shit. Which, I mean, she could still be in Marvel at some point, but wasn't for this movie apparently.
Yeah,
But yeah, and then it led to Cassandra also coming back to Deadpool's world and trying to still delete everything pretty much.
yep,
And the big blow off was you two or one of you needs to go down there and destroy the machine pretty much. And
yeah,
then they both ended up going down there, which I kind of figured since both of them were doing it, neither of them were dying, which I'm
yeah.
happy about. I didn't want
Me
either of
too.
them to die.
No,
I
no
mean, they
way.
could have killed them and then just they could have killed Logan and brought back a different Wolverine again, but I don't think they would have ever killed that Deadpool. It's our Deadpool.
No,
It's not
yeah,
like in this movie obviously they pulled Wolverine out of a different universe, was a cool arc cuz it was a universe where he was hated
yeah,
by most people.
yeah.
So,
So,
but yeah, which and then that also led to the mask reveal around that time, which was fucking awesome.
yeah, dude, that
We've been waiting
suit
for
was
that for a
so good.
while. I think I think they made it look as good as it possibly could. I think there's like some angles where I'm like, this is a little off, but it's also just because we're not used to it yet. And we've just been used to Logan raw dogging jeans and a wife beater for the
Yeah,
past 15 years. So, but yep, ended up sticking together. Logan's with Deadpool now. X-23 came home with them too, which was pretty awesome.
yeah,
It was a great little ending there. Um, yeah, I liked it a lot.
yeah.
They
No,
had a little cute tribute for Fox Universe at the end there, which was in the credits, which was literally I like did not grow up with. I mean, I grew up with it kind of, but I wasn't there for when most of that stuff came out. But it was still like, damn, like end of an
it's
era.
like, oh,
Not everyone loves that era of X-Men, and
yeah,
obviously the Fantastic Four movies weren't amazing and stuff like that, but like it was still like an era of time people lived through. So it's like, damn, that came to an end officially.
Yeah.
Gave it gave a good send off to Blade and Gambit and all those people that ended up staying down there. Put the Fox universe to rest pretty much, which was nice to see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, dude, the Deadpool trilogy goes so hard.
Mm,
It's so good.
yeah, I think one thing I kind of, it's not necessarily a negative, but something that I couldn't help but notice was this is an MCU movie, but it still felt very not in the MCU, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like I was hoping, I don't necessarily like want an Avenger to cameo in this or anything. Like I didn't need Hulk. I didn't need Doctor Strange to
Oh,
be in
true,
this
the Hulk
movie.
cameo.
Yeah, but I didn't need these people to like make it really official that they're in
Mm-hmm.
the MCU, but it also like besides the TVA stuff, it felt very outside of it still,
Yeah.
which I don't hate, but I also was like I kind of wish they kind of drew it in more cuz there was really like Deadpool was on 616 for with Happy Hogan for like 5
Yes,
minutes of
he
the movie,
was.
which is awesome, but most of this was obviously still in Deadpool's universe, which is fine, but I'm kind of hoping the next time they appear is more of a 616 type thing,
Yeah.
movie, show, whatever it is. So,
A lot of the name drops went crazy.
mm-hmm.
Um, because there was obviously the reference with Wolverine versus Hulk, like when they saw each other, and it was like, damn, Hulk's
Yeah,
about to rip him in
such a
half.
tease. Yeah.
Um, and what else? Uh, yeah, they name dropped Magneto, they name dropped Quicksilver, they name dropped so many characters.
It would have been cool if we saw Evan Peters in this. Actually
Yeah,
be him. Like,
yeah,
instead of Ralph fucking Boner. Like, if he was actually Quicksilver in this. Like, it would have been so cool if he was tased. Like, they showed a clip of him being tased in WandaVision, but when he
yeah.
fell down there, he was Quicksilver. Like, that would have been so fucking dope. But whatever, it's fine. Still not. Still pissed off about that shit. Obviously, they had already got Quicksilver in Age of Ultron, but like
Mm-hmm.
I still been perfectly fine with an Evan Peters
Yeah,
Quicksilver in the
yeah.
MCU as well. So even if it was just for that show, would have been awesome. But no, they had to make it a boner joke. Ah,
Ralph Boner.
yep. Um, I enjoyed that they brought the main lady from the TVA into it. I was kind of worried they weren't going to show anyone from Loki season 2,
Yeah,
honestly.
it was cool to see B-15.
Yeah, because obviously we get introduced to Paradox, which I don't think we see in Loki at
No,
all. So
not
it's
at all.
like, oh, and like the TVA looks super different compared to what it did at the end of season
Yeah,
2, which is probably just the improvement they've made since Loki was,
like the Time Lord or
yeah.
whatever.
So sorry, spoilers for Loki too.
Whoops.
But yeah, I mean, Forrest asked us a question in the car, but we were gonna wait to answer it on here because we thought he was gonna be in this video, but he's kind of
But
seepies.
yeah, he's probably already asleep.
Maybe.
We'll see.
But he was saying, what do we rank the 3 Deadpool movies between the 3? And at this very moment, I have no fucking idea.
I
I
mean,
think Deadpool 2 is obviously last in my
yeah,
opinion.
I think it's 2, 1, and 3, just for recency bias too.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. Because I think 1 is like a top 5 origin story for superheroes, like easily top 10, arguably top 5. And I don't want like us just seeing it to like,
Yeah, so it's not set in stone, but that's
yeah.
where I'm at right now. It's 2, 1, 3.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah, I think I'm there right now too. It's just tough because I love Deadpool 1. So, honestly, for how like everyone was thinking this would be way less raunchy, I think this is arguably the most raunchy Deadpool movie we've gotten so far.
There were so many fourth wall breaks. There was so many gripping, so many cupping of balls, and like so many spanking, and
There was
like
just a lot of shit that was like,
so much
whoa.
talking about cocaine,
Yeah, cocaine. Um,
so much
Deadpool made a
swearing.
joke about a Cub Scout leader groping him or some shit, which was
Yeah,
just like holy. Cassandra said some shit about flicking her bean, which was just like okay. There's a lot of like holy
the
like
Cassandra reveal. I was like, please don't be the ancient one.
it's just they're both very skinny women with bald
Like
caps on.
very like pale, and I was
Yeah,
like, oh no, they have like a pretty similar head shape.
yeah.
Please don't be the ancient one. And it wasn't. I was like,
I think after some time sets with this movie, we can think about Cassandra across the MCU villain board. I can't right now. I think there's some very interesting like parts of her. She was
mm-hmm.
very very strong, like very strong. The
I
parts of
mean,
her like literally going inside people's
yeah.
faces to touch their brain and talk to them was just like holy shit. Like that's he was dragging that guy around by his face to
Mm-hmm.
get back to the
That was
TVA. It was
awesome.
like holy
Yeah,
shit.
I mean, she was an Omega level mutant,
Yeah.
and there's only like four of those right now, I think. It's like her, Charles, like Storm, and Magneto, I think.
Mm. I'm gonna like, and obviously they used this like really goofy looking Juggernaut, but I'm kind of hoping like if Juggernaut ever is in the MCU, they go all out with him because they made him look really silly this time, and I think that was honestly on
Yeah,
purpose. But
yes.
but yeah, I mean, I don't really have much else to say about the movie right now.
It's so good.
There's a lot we haven't talked about. I just recommend you go see it
Yeah,
honestly.
yeah.
And if you can get your hands on a Wolverine or Deadpool popcorn bucket, go for it.
They're cool.
Yeah. So let us know in the comments what you feel about Deadpool and Wolverine. I think in a future episode we can talk more on how I'm feeling ranked against the MCU and
Yeah.
like Cassandra as a villain against other MCU characters and where we think this might lie. But I think for tonight it is 2 o'clock in the morning. I think this is a great end to this video for now.
Yeah. Who would win in a fight, Cassandra or Scarlet Witch?
I'm not answering that right now, but let us know in the comments what
Yep.
you guys think.
Yep.
Um, but yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.
See ya.